Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today I'm going to share with you the first 10 things, and I'll probably throw in a couple bonuses too, that you should do as soon as you get your Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So let's get right to it. Now, if you want to get the best use out of your Note 10 or 10 Plus, you're going to want to watch this video because today we're going to cover 10 plus tips and tricks that are going to allow you to get the maximum benefit from your Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So let's get right to it and let's look at all the tips and tricks that are going to make the most out of your Note 10 Plus.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
So now the very first tip that I'm going to share with you is about battery percentage and battery efficiency. So let me show you something I have going on here on the screen. When you get your Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus or 10, you're not going to have a percentage sign showing. So let me show you how you get that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into settings, and then we're going to cheat. I'm going to use the search command, and you notice I already typed that in for you. Show battery percentage. Now when you go into show battery percentage, you're going to be able to turn it on or turn it off. Unfortunately, it comes off, so you won't be able to see it until you push that little button. So turn on the show battery percentage. Now this tip is still about battery efficiency, so let me show you what you're going to do. And it is actually called night mode. So I'm swiping over just like this, and you notice how there's a night mode there. As soon as you tap it, the screen is going to go black. That's going to conserve battery life, and it also is easier to read. At least in my opinion it is. Let me know what you think, but I have this on all my phones, and every video that you see me do has the night mode on. It's definitely better on your eyes, and it saves battery too. Now, if you ever find that your phone slows down, you'll want to have this feature. So here you have this optimized function, and you notice when I tap on it, it basically went through an optimization process and it gave me a little check mark that it was complete. Well, let me show you how I got this. I'm going to press and hold, and I'm going to go into widgets, and then I'm going to go into optimize device care. So what this little program is going to do is it's going to clear things out. If your phone is ever running sluggish or you see a program doesn't start up fast enough, all you do is you click on this and it does it for you. So what I'll do is I'll press and hold here, I'll drag it onto my screen and I let it go, and now the next time I want to optimize my phone, all I do is I tap on it and it's going to clear everything out for me. Now this next tip is going to give your phone new life every single week. My phone always runs very fast, and this is why. I'm going to go up here, swipe down, go into settings, and then I'm going to swipe down where it says device care. As I go into device care, I'm going to click on these three little buttons, and you'll notice that there is a function here that says auto restart. This auto restart feature will reboot your phone once a week or multiple times a week, making sure that your phone is always running fast. So what you'll do is you'll turn it on, and then you'll choose the day that you want the phone to auto restart. So I have mine set up for every Wednesday at 3 a.m. the phone is going to restart for me. You could do this on a Saturday, you can do this on a Sunday. If you're concerned that you may use your phone as an alarm and you don't want it to get impacted, you could do it on a non-work day. The point is that if you do this once a week, your phone will always run fast. Now the power button has also been changed on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus and 10. And now we have a button on the side here that is also your Bixby button. If you press and hold it, you're going to launch Bixby. It's not going to shut down like restart your phone. So what you do is you go over here and you press this button up here to be able to get the power off. But what I want to do is I want to modify my side key. And notice there's some quick things you can do. By pressing 2 times the power button on the side, you can either launch the camera, you can open Bixby, or you can choose an app. And you can choose any of your apps here if that's something that you want to do. But what I want to do right now is I want the press and hold to do the power off menu. And that's going to give me the choices to restart the phone as you saw earlier. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go back. And now the next time I press that power button and hold it, just like this, it's going to bring up this menu and not launch Bixby. Now the other thing is when you pick up your phone, you may see that the grid here on the screen is pretty big. The buttons, the icons are ginormous. So how can you change that? And also, how can you get more icons on the screen? So what we're going to do is we're going to press and hold on the screen. I'm going to go into home screen settings. And then I'm going to change my grid. Notice how I have my apps grid and my home grid. So I'm going to choose home screen grid, and I'm going to change this grid now to, watch what's going to happen, a 4x6, and notice how things shrink, 5x5, or 5x6. So depending on your eyesight, depending on how you see your phone and how you like it, you could either choose any of these. And let me show you what happens when I apply it. Notice how the icons got a little bit smaller, and I also got some more room. So now what you do is you just adjust things by pressing and holding, and dragging down to the position that you want. And the icons, in my opinion, are a little bit more manageable at this space. So notice how I'm just moving it down just like this. And now I have more icon space in every page. And in my opinion, it's a little bit more manageable. Check that one out too. Now let's face it, the Note 10 is a large phone. And if you want to get to the notification area, you may not want to go all the way to the top and swipe down. So notice one of the things that I have in mind. I can swipe down anywhere on the screen. If I swipe down here, my notification panel comes down. Let me show you how you do that without having to come to the top and swiping down. So I'm going to press and hold somewhere on the screen. I'm going to go to home screen settings, and then you notice I have swipe down for notification panel. I'm going to turn that on, and when I turn that on, that's going to enable that feature where I can just swipe down here and my notification panel comes up. It's a great tip to get access to your toggles and also any notifications. Now, you don't know how many of my friends call me and family that they have misplaced or lost their phone. And did you know that Samsung has a Find My Phone feature? Well, let me show you this tip. You have to have a Samsung account, which is free, and you have to enable this function in order to find your phone. Now, here's another thing. How many of you, well, I don't think many of you would admit, have lost your phone in the couch but don't know where it is? And you call it, and the phone has died. Well, this is the tip that you're going to want to watch. So what you're going to do is you're going to swipe down. We'll go into settings again. We're going to use the search function. And you'll notice I'm going to type in find. And I'm going to go into this one right here really quick. So there's a couple things that you're going to turn on. So first thing you want to do is you'll want to log in to your Samsung account. And as you're going to see here, I've already logged into my Samsung account. And what you do is turn on Find My Mobile. And there's a couple options that you can select. You can send last location, and the send last location is going to let you know where your phone's battery died geographically. You know, it's going to use a GPS map so that you know where it was. So let's say if you left this at your parents' house, if you left it in your house, or you left it in your house, and you're trying to figure out where you left your phone, you're going to be able to know because it's going to send your last location to the Find My Mobile server. You have to turn that on. Now, there's other features here that are more advanced that we're going to talk about in another video, but make sure you turn on Find My Mobile so you can find your phone, and also send my last location so that you know where you left your phone. Now, the Samsung phone has a great media experience, but you have to turn on some settings. So the sound capabilities are pretty fantastic, but there's one thing that may be off. You'll notice right here, Dolby Atmos. I'm going to press and hold on this so we can see some of the functions. So what you could do is you can turn this on by tapping that toggle, or you can go in and you can personalize based on the things that you always watch or listen to. So you notice right here I have it on, but you can say auto, which is going to optimize it based on what you're listening to or watching, movie mode, music mode, or voice. So depending on what your mode is, you can choose the one that you listen to the most, or just like me, just leave it on auto. Now the next setting is for those of you who are coming from another brand phone, like maybe an LG, a OnePlus, and you may not be used to the navigation at the very bottom of the Samsung phone and you want to change the order. So what you're going to do is you're going to swipe down, you're going to go into your settings again, you are going to do search for navigation bar. And then when you go into navigation bar, you're going to tap on this setting, and then at the very bottom, you have the ability to change the order of the buttons. So right now, this is my back, this is my menu, this is my home, but I can switch it to something different. I also can have a swipe up effect. Notice what's happening here. I can hide them all and then just choose this function. You notice they're gone, and then I can swipe up to get any of the functions that you see here. I can then also then go back to that navigation function and then choose whichever order suits me most. So this is how you can change the navigation to kind of use what you're used to as opposed to having to change the way you use your phone when it comes to navigating. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is how do you secure your phone, and there's a lot of ways that you can secure your phone. I'm going to show you a way that I use the most because it's the most convenient, but it's not the most secure, and that's the face unlock. Let's check it out. Now to set this setting up, we're going to go into the settings again. We're going to go into biometrics and security, and you're going to do face recognition. I'm going to hit continue. And before I can do this, it's going to ask me to input a PIN. So what I'm going to do is input a PIN as a backup because there may be situations where the face unlock doesn't pick up. So let me go ahead and put in my PIN that I'm going to use. And after I put in my PIN, we'll go through the unlocking process. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so now the next thing is you can see here, you basically come up with a little screen that asks you, are you wearing glasses right now? I'm going to say yes I am, and I'm going to hit continue. And the next step is it wants me to look into the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and look into the screen. All right? And now the next step is, now that I've registered it, you'll notice right here that it's now asking me to take off my glasses. So it wants to do two views, one with my glasses and one without. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up to my face again, and I'm going to basically look into it, and now it says that my face has been registered. So now the effect is going to be pretty cool because now it's actually just immediately going to recognize me as soon as I turn it on and register my face for the unlock. Now, one thing that we're going to do too is, if you turn on this feature, the neat thing about this is that it's going to also unlock your screen. Now, you'll notice one of the things that you have right here, where it says stay on lock screen. It says when you unlock with your face, stay on the lock screen until you swipe. I'm going to turn this off, because what I don't want to do is unlock my phone and then have to swipe up to see it. The iPhone forces you to do that, right? You basically unlock and then you swipe. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test this face unlock feature. I'm going to power down. I'm going to power it up. And now, as soon as it sees me, it's unlocked. You see how fast that was? It does it really quick. Now, the warning here is that it's not the most secure method, right? So it can be fooled at times, but this is the most convenient method. The other option is to use your fingerprint. So that concludes the first 10 things and some bonus tips for the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I'm going to have a full video with a lot more features coming, so make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Happy Samsung Note Week to all.